every Muslim, no, wait, 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 every human needs to die before he dies. Now, what do I mean by that? Something, a concept, an Islamic concept for sure, but even non-Islamic, even just as a humane concept, is to die before you die. Now, what do I mean by that? Kill your ego before you die. The death of the body, the outward, the inward, the spiritual death of the heart needs to occur before your body is dead, before your body is in the ground, in the earth, before it stays there and it lays there. You need to kill your inside. Now, this state is relevant for most people in the world. There are obviously Allah's people, the awliya, who go through this process, who have been through this process, who understand this process, who know this process of killing oneself before one perishes. And that is to destroy someone's ego, just to destroy your own ego. See, the word dying before you die is a metaphor, and what I mean is to destroy your ego before you die. This concept is such an important thing. It's something I've learned over the past year, something I didn't know much about before. I didn't really pay attention to ego, to all these spiritual diseases that people carry. I didn't pay attention to it. I just thought it's part of life. This person is either an arrogant person or he's not, and this person is either angry or he's not, and that's just their personality trait and it can't be changed. The fact is, the answer is, it can be changed. Anyone's personality traits, as in bad ones, can be changed. And how do you do that? Is by dying before you die. And by dying, I mean killing your own ego. And the process of doing that is a lifetime process. It's not something that you can achieve and then once you've achieved it, it's done. It's a process by which you are striving daily, every day, every morning, every night, every week, every month, every year, until you physically, your body is dead. And that is to perfect your character and strive to destroy your ego. The ego comes in the way of relationships, it comes in the way of your finance decisions, it comes in the way of your decisions with your friends and your family, it comes in the way of to make the correct decisions. The ego is what destroys man. The ego must be destroyed. Therefore, simple as that. It's the formula is simple. The ego destroys man, so therefore man should destroy the ego. Simple. It's not that hard when you say it like that. But to do it is the hardest thing, in my opinion, someone can do. The hardest thing. Because to destroy ego is to go against what you desire. And what a person desires is so strong, is so potent, that to go against that is completely breaking the norms. And people who go against that, people who can find that purpose in life and destroy their ego, you will see them, and when you look into them, you will understand these people are people of God. This is why Allah has his allies, has his people. And you have to believe that. You have to believe Allah has his people. If you don't believe Allah has his awliya, if he has his friends, then you're missing the whole picture here. You're missing everything. You're missing the whole point. You are basically denying that Islam is the perfect religion and it can produce a saint. Sheikh Hamza Yusuf once said that he mentions this from a book he read, or from a scholar he was paraphrasing about, and I'm going to paraphrase it further. He said that, how do you know Islam is a true religion? The sign, they must be like, what is this guy talking about? The sign of a true religion is that it can produce a saint. Sainthood is proof of a true religion. If a religion cannot produce a saint, it cannot be true. Because how can something that's so perfect, which is Islam, not produce an almost perfect human being? If he was to open his chest and accept all of it in its purest form. If a human being was to accept the message of Islam in its purest and most beautiful form, spiritually and physically and all these adjectives, if he was to embrace it in the way it should be embraced, he should become a saint. How can you not become a saint? Because Islam is perfect. If you embrace Islam to its fullest, you can only become a saint. You can't become just a decent person or a good guy. You will become a saint. And that's why sainthood is real. And those people who have achieved sainthood are people who have destroyed their ego. That is one of the biggest tasks, one of the biggest missions to overcome and to complete, is to destroy the ego. And the ego, like I mentioned before, comes in the way of so many things. It's when you actually sit down and think about your spiritual diseases that you carry, the anger that you carry, the envy, the jealousy, all these things, when you think about them, and you actually are honest with yourself. How many people can be honest with themselves? Me personally, over the past year and a half or two, I have learned to become so honest with myself, and it's the biggest blessing that I thank God that He has put this into my heart, that I can look at myself and criticize myself and self-reflect about every decision I make, or every time I speak to someone, I self-reflect and I think, could I have handled this better? Could I have spoke to this person in a better way? Or all those various kind of different things you think about. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want you to achieve that. Not to say I've achieved something, and you guys haven't. There's so much work to do, but I want people to at least achieve the feeling of knowing that, of the conscience, knowing that there's more to life than just this rule book, this black and white version of Islam that is portrayed today. This is not the deen. This is not Islam in its purest form. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the most kind and just of all people. This whole aspect and concept of love in Islam is so pivotal, and it's missing. You see a lot of people in this day and age are very angry. Have you noticed people are angry? People want to debate, people want to win debates. And maybe I've been in that place before myself, but you come to know as you grow older that these topics don't get you anywhere. What gets you places is love. It's love of the culture of different countries. It's love of the people. It's love of the paths and the walks of life. That is what gets you through life. If you're going to be so fixated in your own madness and you can't change, then you have a massive spiritual disease that you have to destroy. And like I said, the topic of this video is to die before you die, to kill your ego, and then your heart will be open and you will see the world in such different light. You will never be the same again, for the better, and it will be for the better. You went flying past. You will never see the world the same again, because you will see love and you will see beauty and purity in everything. You will start looking at trees and leaves around you and notice that Allah is the one that made them. Allah is the one that knows of every leaf that falls. The leaf that just fell right now, I can see a leaf there I can see a leaf there on the road now blowing away. Allah is aware of that leaf. Look, once you start to understand the spiritual side of this deen, you will understand that the whole world is spinning on its orbit and everything is worshipping God. It's the most overpowering feeling once it hits you in the head that this deen and this way of life is nothing, absolutely nothing but to worship Allah. Wow, subhanallah. That is mad. Wow, what the heck? The most beautiful little bird has just flew. I've never seen that bird before in my life. Allah, wallahi, I swear. I just said that, and the most beautiful bird has just flew up to the bonnet of my car next to me, and it's got yellow. It's yellow, grey, and black. I've never seen a bird like that before. Subhanallah. Wow, that's amazing. That just sums it up. Look at that. That's beautiful. Wow. I should show you actually. Where has it gone? It's gone. And now you're not going to believe me, but it's there. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little pep talk in the car. I just thought, why not? Yeah. Look, like I said, die before you die. You don't want to die. Your body does not want to destroy itself whilst you have been an arrogant person, an angry person, a person with ego who cannot be corrected, a person who is not willing to love and to let live, a person who is not willing to open himself up to different ideas and paths and journeys and stories and creeds and whatever else it may be. I mean, Subhanallah. One of my teachers said that a scholar said, learn magic but don't use it. And this is a metaphor, it's poetry. Obviously don't go learn black magic, astaghfirullah. I'm not saying that. It's read between the lines. Learn magic but don't use it. It means learn everything, open your heart to everything. That's what it means. Open your heart to everything, so lest that you become less arrogant. And I promise you, the day you start to do that is the day your life will change. You will find these frivolous conversations and these frivolous things in life and small mishaps and small, things in life that don't go your way. You will find peace in them because you will see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is to kill oneself. I'm going to keep saying it, and I've said it 100 times now. But yeah, that's the fact of life. Inshallah, you guys know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I just thought I'll say that, mention that. I can go on for hours, by the way. So I think I'll stop now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're enjoying this channel so far. We're nearly on 1,000 subscribers. Wow, can't believe it. The first 1,000, nearly there. I think we're on 890 or something. I don't know. I think less than that, in fact. But yeah, alhamdulillah. Thank you for the support, guys. And yeah, see you around.